deal with the UAlbany women's basketball team. We feature Coach Mack once a week on this show, Big Board Sports 104.5 a team, ESPN Radio. Busy times. We don't have a connection with her just yet, but they're 23-6, UAlbany women. Now we have her, 12-4 in the America East. They're the 2 seed going into the tournament, and they won the America East tournament last year as the 2 seed. How is UAlbany playing going in? Are they playing perhaps their best basketball of the season? Are they peaking at the right time? All those things as you go through as a coach, you want your team to be ready to go and in that right frame of mind and ready to play their best. Let's bring on Coach Mack for a few minutes here on Big Board Sports. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We are doing fantastic. Love this time of the year, right? Got a lot of stuff going on with all the high school tournament and the MAC tournament and the America East tournament. So it is madness as we turn the page to March 1st. How is your team playing going in, Coach, as you will play number 7 Vermont in the quarters on Saturday night, 6 o'clock on ESPN3?
I hope we're going to play good. You know, we ended the season on a little bit of a sour note, just going up to Maine and probably playing 3 of the better quarters of basketball we've played all year. To cap it off with a kind of a stale fourth quarter and lost in overtime to a Maine team that played really well. They had about 4,000 people there. Their crowd was huge. It was a really great environment. We just kind of, you know, for lack of better words, choked a little bit in the fourth quarter, got really tight. And I think everything's a learning experience, though. So hopefully we learn from that and go into this tournament. Like you said, it's March Madness. It's survive in advance time, and that's what we want to do. And
you got to deal with the road trip, right? Get back on that bus and go.
Get back on and go back to Maine, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Maine is the number 1 seed and hosting the tournament.
Well, it's actually not hosted at Maine. It's in Portland. It's a neutral site.
Okay, neutral site.
Coach, that says
so
neutral.
It is a couple hours.
Yeah, that's
as neutral as you guys
Bank.
playing in Glens Falls.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They try to make it neutral.
I don't know that any visiting fans. I mean, how many visiting fans are making the trek to Maine? You know what I mean? It may feel like a home building.
Right. Yeah, it is a little bit of a bummer. I mean, but it is great that Maine has those kind of fans for basketball, though, for women's basketball. I mean, they do, you know, love the sport there, and I guess that's why they get to host this neutral site, quote unquote, tournament. But we're happy to be a part of it. Like I said, there's no better time for a college basketball coach in March.
That is so true. And you get Vermont. How do you match up with the 7 seed Catamounts in the quarterfinals on Saturday night?
You know, the first 2 times we played them in the regular season, it was definitely the tale of 2 games. We beat them. They were our kids' game at 11 a.m. here. Played a good game. Beat them no problem. Went to their place and maybe played the worst 2 quarters of basketball we could play, in the sense that we didn't make a shot. And on top of not making a shot, we got 2 offensive rebounds in 2 quarters. If you've watched us play, you know that's not really our MO. We crash the boards and we do a really good job on the offensive glass when we're hitting or even not hitting. And in that game, we weren't doing really anything right. And on top of that, on the defensive end, they were beating us backdoor. We, you know, running into each other. It wasn't our night. We came back and mounted a really good comeback in the second half, just fell short. So this should be a pretty competitive game in the sense that we split with them during the regular season. I think that our players really want that matchup again, because we want a little bit of, you know, to prove ourselves and show that when we played there at their place, we just didn't play our game.
Coach, what about the? I always, as the season goes on, you try to develop, you know, a playing group. How many are in your playing group right now? Are you happy with where you are at with the depth of your team? Those that you feel confident in going to that can help you win these games.
Yeah, you know, our depth. Probably, I think all coaches are guilty, and I am. I play a pretty big rotation. I mean, we were at one point 10, 11 man rotation. And that has dwindled down to 8, 9 person rotation. So we play 9, but again, at 9th and 10th man might only get, you know, 5, 10 minutes a game. But we have a core 8 that we really rotate through. And I am very happy with the way they're playing with each other.
Coach, I know not all the players are the same, but it's no secret that UAlbany has won 6 straight America East tournament championships. Does that add more weight to the burden of a team going into a conference tournament like this weekend for you guys, knowing the history that's at stake here? I mean, every streak comes to an end at some point.
Right. I think that pressure, I would be remiss to say our seniors don't feel that pressure, because they, of course, don't want to be the class that doesn't get a championship. So I know they feel it, but we don't really talk about it for that reason, because I don't think it's a fair pressure for them to put on themselves. So, I'm meeting with them here in about 20 minutes, and this is essentially our last practice today before the tournament, because tomorrow's practice is in Maine. They only give us 55 minutes to practice there, so that's going to be more of just shooting and getting a feel of the hoops and those kind of things, and then, and then we play the next day. So this is kind of it, and I want to make sure we meet and kind of talk just about how this is an exciting time, and I hope they don't feel that kind of pressure.
Well, Coach, we wish you nothing but the best of luck. A road trip, but a matchup with Vermont that seems favorable, and you've had a really good season, 23-6, 12-4 in the America East, and now it's can you string some wins together here, couple winning streaks to wrap this thing up and move on to the NCAA tournament?
Yes, that is definitely our goal, and I think our game is on ESPN3, so it's at 4:15. I'm sorry, 6:02 on Saturday. Yep.
All right. Well, we'll let everybody know that for sure, and all the fans who can't make the road trip with you will be locked into ESPN3.
Yeah.
And,
hopefully, some fans make it with us.
Yeah. There you go. Keep the storms away. That's
make
for sure.
Make a weekend out of it. Sure.
Thank you, Coach.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
That's Coach Mack every Thursday with us, and they've got Vermont in the quarterfinals.